to small business owners.
Last time for what?
Because we do work on tips, a lot of us are left with little to no income.
Most of us don't have a huge cushion to sit on.
Their industry scrambling to adapt after at least 20 states have closed restaurants and bars to dine-in customers.
Do we offer curbside pickup? Is there another creative way to reach people?
A ticking clock as COVID-19 continues to tighten its grip.
All the lights are coming on.
Today, as the number of workers applying for unemployment skyrocketed, Washington passed a new relief plan.
The Senate is not going to leave small business behind.
For the workers this stimulus package is supposed to help, it's assistance they desperately need, but it may not be enough.
We have seen dramatic layoffs in our industry. You know, we represent workers in hotels, casinos, restaurants, bars, stadiums, arenas, and virtually everything has closed.
Wendy Walsh works for Unite Here, a labor union that represents 300,000 working people from across North America.
Many of our workers work 2 or 3 jobs and are now laid off from all of those jobs.
Many of their members are immigrants, women of color, who are already vulnerable. In San Francisco, where the city's under lockdown, housekeeper Lara Lou Carumba, a single mother of 3, hasn't worked in 2 weeks.
We're just here in the room. My daughter's just finished her virtual classes, and my son also just finished his homework. Any kind of help from the government is really for the workers first, because we really need it.
She hopes her employer, a major hotel chain, will allow them more paid sick time.
We should not lose our health insurance, especially in times of this, that everybody's getting sick.
To help fill in the gap, in Los Angeles, local nonprofits are hosting a food bank for the Unite Here members.
I think this really is a moment where we should ask ourselves, as airlines are going to the federal government to ask for billions of dollars in bailout money, how is it possible that the food service workers who are preparing the food for those planes don't have access to affordable health care? This is just a moment that really highlights what's already broken in the country, and this has to be the time to fix it.
Small business owners are feeling the burn too. Your bar is completely empty. What does that feel like?
It's not a good feeling. It's a horrible feeling.
Tom O'Byrne is one of the owners of Cooper's, a pub in New York City's East Village, forced to close amid a temporary ban on restaurants and bars. Life-altering not just for Tom, but his staff of 35 people. How did you break the news to your employees?
We just told them straight out, whenever they came into work, that very, very unfortunate, but there wasn't anything we could do about it.
And how did they react?
They were shocked, a lot of them. Some of them had seen the writing on the wall, because from other places that are already closed, but many of them were shocked.
Yesterday would have been one of the bar's biggest days of the year, celebrating St. Patrick's Day. But now, the general manager, Nelson Rivalaneda, is trying to figure out what happens next. So, what are you going to do while the bar is closed?
I haven't figured it out yet. I'm probably going to file for unemployment for the time being. Right now, at the moment, just helping my co-workers filling their unemployment files.
Are you worried for you and your coworkers?
Yeah. Yes, I am. Few of them don't really have like the stability, and it's I don't know. I wish I can do more for them, but I'm just limited as well. I'm gonna be jobless. I am jobless now. So
small businesses are critical to the economy. They employ nearly half of all Americans. It'll be an earthquake, a financial earthquake for half of all Americans if small businesses don't get the help that they need very soon.
All right, just put it in the kitchen, George, and then we'll deal with that later.
Many restaurants and bars are trying to stay afloat by offering takeout and delivery, like Angela Marsden in LA.
We have so many loyal customers, and they're all calling to see how we're doing. Hey, Dan. It's Ange. Are you coming out? Are you guys ordering today? Because we are open. I just wanted to let you know.
But making that transition is difficult for businesses that are built on bringing people together.
This bar's been here since 1978, and it means a lot to me and to the people in the neighborhood.
Day one of her new normal was not encouraging.
You know, it's, I don't know, almost 5 o'clock and we're open from 11 to 8. and we only have $140 in sales, and that doesn't even cover the 2 people that we're trying to keep, employed.
Today, things are a little bit better.
Thanks, guys. Love you. Thank you, Dan. Bye.
With a slight uptick in takeout sales. The big question now, does anybody know what the long-term effects on the economy will be? With the stock market dropping again today and even temporarily halting trading, experts fear we're spiraling into another recession.
The stock market is saying recession. The economists, including myself, are saying, yeah, we're in recession.
The Senate is hoping that the multi-billion-dollar emergency aid package they passed today, which expands paid emergency leave, food security programs, and bolsters unemployment insurance, will help. Now lawmakers are focused on the next step, a $1 trillion stimulus plan, which includes $500 billion in direct payments to the public, $50 billion to bail out the airline industry, and $300 billion for small business loans.
$1,000, $2,000 check, maybe that's the start. See how it goes. If the virus lasts for longer, then more money.
But some say Washington needs to get even more aggressive, and soon.
We need to pay rent at the end of the month. We need to feed ourselves. We need to, daily expenses. In the long term, I don't know. We still need to get a job. We still need to get back on our feet.
Do you think you can make it through this?
I don't know.
You hope?
I hope, yeah. I don't know if I can make it, but I'll do my best to make it.
I've been lucky. I've had some loyal customers stop in. I have some lawyers from the courthouse. They've been faithful. They've ordered every day, so hopefully they'll still order today. But we'll see.
Our thanks to Diane Macedo. And now I want to turn to our next guest, Holly Kennington from Spartanburg, South Carolina. Holly's a single mom who used to